Howdy, Mike McCoy here. My little GoPro had a nervous breakdown or something. I don't know what happened to that thing. Got my stump jumper hat on today. It's my lucky hat. Went to the doctor, Thursday, and had a real good report. My numbers is really good. PSA is high for what it was, and had to go yesterday and have my thumb checked out. I ain't gonna have to operate on it or nothing. I was worried about that. And that doctor, I'd never been to him before. So me and mother goes back in there. She went with me because she can hear and I can't. And she is telling that doctor what all she had done, how she had doctored my thumb. And he said, "Oh, that's excellent." Said, "That's just exactly how I'd have done it." And, usually when doctors come in there, they put on rubber gloves and all that stuff to touch you. Hell, he didn't have no rubber gloves or nothing on. He reached and grabbed hold of my thumb there about the first thing. You can just imagine that thing's infected. It's sore. And he wasn't even looking at me. He was looking at Mary Ruth, giving her all kind of accolades for taking such good care of it. And he was milking that thing. Oh my God! It's a good thing I went to the bathroom before I went in there. I peed on myself. And he had these alcohol swabs, come in a little pack. He'd milk that thing for a few minutes, rip that pack open, he'd rub that, the hardest I've ever been rubbed in my life, and I'm thinking, God, he's killing me. And the whole time he's telling Mary Ruth what to do for it and what not to do and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, you're killing me. And it's one of them spur of the moment things. I was really grateful to get to see him yesterday, for he didn't think he was going to get to see me till this Tuesday. And with infection, you don't want to let that grow too much. Infections scare me. I know a couple people that's died from them. But he latched onto that thing, and I imagine what he was doing, he was breaking up that infection as in it, to where, get rid of it. For it's a way better today. I mean, it's a whole lot better. But now he latched onto that thing, and a friend of mine that's a doctor told me, said, now one good way to tell a good doctor is if they just come in and just barely touch it, or something. I said, ain't no count. I said, now if they reach and get a hold of whatever's wrong with you, at 9 chances out of 10 they're a good doctor. He got hold of my thumb, and the first thing I thought of, this doctor must be really good. For he's a killing me. But now he done a good job, and I really liked him. You could tell he was kind of rushed, but that's understandable. He put me in that from like the time he got in his office that morning until 12:30. That's when he put me in, and I'm sure that messed his whole schedule up. So, but he is a rubbing doctor there for sure. And now my thumb is a whole lot better now, and my other ailments is clucking along pretty good. I feel good. These pills they give me, I'm having a Mikey moment here. I can't think of what you call them. Fights infection. You know what I'm talking about. They make me feel bad. So, but other than that, everything's good. See, my mind's going. That's what they say. That's the second thing to go. So, but I can't remember common things. I know what it is. I just can't remember the name of it. And what pops into my mind, just don't make sense when I'm trying to think of something. Like When I was trying to think of the name of them pills for my thumb, I was thinking decongestant. And it wasn't decongestant, my head ain't stopped up. But that's the way my little mind works. And while I was talking on health issues, there's a male nurse up there, and he's a good old boy. But he's as nervous as a cat. And he's one of these people that wants to be funny, and he's kind of like me. It's kind of hard for him to be. And but now he is a good old boy. I ain't taking a thing away from him as far as being a nurse, you know. But when I was taking chemo, he come over there, and I mean, you're sitting there for like 4 hours. He struck up a conversation. He said, "Now, Mr. McCoy," said, "when you get good news on this, said, don't get too excited, you know, just roll with the flow." And said, "When you get bad news, said, just feel the same way. Said, just roll with it, you know." And I'm thinking, oh boy, you ought to walk about a mile in my shoes, or better yet, rattle around my head for about an hour. I mean, with something like this, when you get bad news, it is absolutely devastating. And when you get good news, it's just, you're ecstatic, you know. I could have danced in the street yesterday, and I found out about my numbers and everything. And then when I found out they weren't going to have to cut on my thumb, I was really happy. So, you know, if you're suffering from a life-threatening disease, no matter what kind it is, and you get some good news, unless you're brain dead, you're going to be happy. I mean, you're going to be really happy. Anyway, that's the way I am. Some people might be different. Mother was even happy. She was ecstatic. It didn't want to leave her. But yeah, I mean, you up here at the house ain't out the mill today, Friday. I told y'all if it was below 60, I wasn't going down there, and it's below 60. It snowed here just a little bit a while ago. I mean, just a flake or two. I don't mean no laying snow. Got my stump jumper hat on. It's my lucky hat, sure. I usually wear it to the doctor. And I've had more compliments on that hat. One of them nurses looked at it and she said, "What's a stump jumper?" I said, "Oh, that's a mythical man from Pennsylvania." I said, "He can jump stumps with a single bound. And as he goes over it, he saws a tree down." I said, "It's kind of like Paul Bunyan, but different." So, Dale, you're a mythical man down here in North Carolina. But, and speaking of Dale, my heart goes out to him. He had another machine to burn yesterday. He's had 2 to burn here in the last 6 or 8 months. That's 2 more than any logger needs, you know, and the economy the way it is especially. I really feel for him. Dale's a good guy, real good guy. And he sure don't deserve that. But luckily nobody got hurt. So, you know, that's always a plus. You're always trying to find a plus to go with a negative, but if you're looking at a big piece of charcoal there, it's a whole lot to find. Hard to find any pluses. Dale's a good guy. I think a lot of him. Stump Jumper's the name of his channel. If you don't belong to it, you need to. He puts out some good videos. He's a logger up in Pennsylvania. Just thought I'd throw that in there. And if you want to get a good hat, these hats, these are the best hats I've ever had. I've had Harley hats, John Deere, I don't know what all. But it fits my old odd-shaped head the best darn I've ever had. And I've got 2 of them. And I just like them. You know, some things just fit you. And this one fits me. And the sun's come out now. It's turned out to be a pretty nice day. And I'm home alone. Bored, so I decided to do a video. Mother and Chad is going to deliver some chips. So, good for them. We need the money. I think Chad's working for free today, but he may get it all before it's over with. It's a toss-up. Who knows? And that's about the way our days are shaping up. I ain't gonna get too excited, but I'm pretty excited. I feel the best right now I have felt in months. For I was scared to death these pills wasn't going to work. And I ain't said nothing about it, but the reason they quit that chemo, it had pretty much quit working. And it was crippling my feet. So, this was just, I figured, you know, if these pills don't work, I'm in deep trouble. But evidently they're going to work for a while. I don't know how. They'll quit working eventually too. But if I can get a year, 6 months, 2 weeks, who knows? I've got what I've got, you know. And right now they're working good, and they ain't making me sick. The only problem I've got is being tired. And it don't take nothing to wear me out. I believe I hear Mother. You'd better, Mother. You got any money? Listen, she don't know she's been recorded. There comes a little dog. He has got burrs all over him. He's just a cuckle burr. All he is. He wants something to eat. I'm sitting here at the eating table, and it's like, I want something to eat. But I'll feed him here in a minute, like he needs something to eat. Come here, Mother, and say hello to your fans. Get your clothes on you.
I can't. I got to go.
Where are you going?
Chad's waiting on me.
Is Chad waiting on you?
Yeah.
Can't you say hello? She went out that other door to keep from speaking to y'all. Come here. There she is.
Hello, everybody. I got to go.
Oh, she's in wound up mode. She's in good humor too. She's in the best humor she's been in a while. For I've about worried her to death. She told me the other day, said, "You are worrying me to death." I said, "Well, not intentionally, dear." And I told her, I said, "Now, if I have to work on my thumb, you might as well write it down somewhere. You're going to have several days of heavy petting on me. I mean, you're going to have to pet me." She said, "Okay." So, now I ain't going to cut on it, and I ain't going to get petted. Don't guess. Might get paid a little bit. Got a good breakfast this morning out of her. But I get a good breakfast every day. That woman can cook. And I need to start doing some videos of her cooking. I plan on it. But, you know, she don't like to be bothered while she's cooking. She's one of these people who goes wide open. Don't want nobody in her way. Don't want no camera in her face. She just wants to pat out biscuits and stir gravy. But I might talk her into it if I just try real hard. If I don't take a whole lot of film into her, just the cooking part, you know. I wish she'd do more videos. She's really good at it, I think. But I think she's actually better than I am. But you know, it's something you've got to like doing. I like doing this. She swears up and down she don't like it. So, and evidently she don't do it. Well, I've rattled on enough, but I am happy, and I feel good, and I may saw a little more next week. Well, I plan on it. We've got the chipper fixed, got the sawmill operating pretty good, and I've got a few more little orders that I need to get out before I kick the bucket, so we'll go from there. Thank you.